called Stick It Out. Season 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our wonderful Stick It Out series. I'm Eric. We have Rob, Tal, and Paul with us for this season. If you don't know what Stick It Out is, it is the show where we take 5 Rush songs that we maybe don't like or have never really given a shot, and we stick it out for 20 for 2 weeks, 20 listens, give or take a few, with that song and see if our opinions changed. So this is episode 3, where we have all stuck it out with a song for 2 weeks. And without further ado, Rob, tell us what your song is, what you thought going in, and what you think now.
Hey guys, as my cat jumps off. Yeah, Superconductor was my tune of this week. 2 weeks actually. I did something a little different. Kind of took a cue from, I guess, kind of a little bit from everybody. I watched like some live stuff. I, reread the lyrics, listened to the song in different formats, live and studio, and again, watched performance footage from, I guess, the Auburn Hills show from March of '90. And I saw the actual video because I actually didn't really get too big into this album for a while, and I never really seen the actual music video, just kind of weird. So I'm like, I should treat myself and watch the video and see if that kind of influences anything. And it kind of did, actually. I'm warming up to the tune, I guess, quicker than I did for the previous tune, Nobody's Hero. So I think I respect the message a bit more in this song than I did with Nobody's Hero when I compare the two. So I like the idea of the sort of the commercialism, and he kind of brings back the hero kind of theme a little bit in the very beginning, the rebel or a hero thing. Again, this worship of like, not so much celebrity, but like how things are put out there for people to consume, the consumerism of entertainment, what passes for entertainment. So I kind of resonated a bit more strongly with the message in Superconductor than I did with Nobody's Hero. But definitely warming up to this song a lot quicker. I think even just reading the lyrics again, rather than just listening exclusively, kind of gave me more of an appreciation for the song. Long story long. So I have changed on it. It wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be to sit and hear it 20 times, or watch it 20 times. So yeah, so I kind of come around to a different shade of appreciation. So there you go. That's my story.
Oh, presto.
Yeah. Presto appreciation. Love it.
So would you say you're still on the Nick Howley train with Superconductor, or you've kind of jumped off?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of 1 foot off the train, 1 foot on. So doing a slow escape.
How does that work?
I don't know. It's a fast moving train. I want to get hurt bad when I fall off, I guess. I don't know. Or I could just wait till it stops and then kind of just go off normally, be safe. But yeah, I think I'm not as hardcore in my opinion of the song, I guess. So yeah, so I guess I'm kind of slipping off the train a little bit, yeah. So
It hit you in a,
say that again, Paul.
so it hit you in a soft place.
yeah.
A melody so sweet.
Yeah. Strong and simple.
How clever.
I can't dance.
Did you dance to it?
No, I cannot dance. I have 3 left feet, so I can't. No. I'm too Caucasian to dance, so.
You could do it for us now. Do it now.
Yeah, there's 3 left feet. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you can't see the feet. So
Okay.
Is it true that Alex has 6 toes on one foot, by the way? Heard that somewhere.
Huh?
I don't know how reputable it is. I think it's on Reddit. I heard it.
It was probably on the internet, right? So it's definitely true. Well, thanks for starting us off on a good note, Rob. Now, Tal, what did you have? Tell us about it.
I had Making Memories. This is a song in a similar era to my last one, The Necromancer. And as you guys hopefully remember, I pulled a little Uno reverse card on you and pretended to like it and then didn't. Well, I'm glad to say that I had a way more positive experience with Making Memories, despite how short and simple it is. Like I was vibing. Like it didn't feel like homework to listen to the song. Just kind of It's kind of nice, like just have it on repeat, like, you know, like on my drive or whatever. I think I listened to it like just entirely in the car, nowhere else. Got over my 20. I think even listened to it an extra couple times after my 20 too. So um I liked it. I don't have much to say. You know, it's still very, very young Rush, so it definitely blends in more with just kind of a good old 70s classic rock sound. Uh so definitely not one for the record books, in my opinion. But you know, not all songs have to blow me out of the water. Like it's just like a nice like little song with a good message. Um, it seems like Neil wrote this to like as he was adjusting to touring life, like you know, memories remind us maybe road life's not so bad. And I assume this was before he grew a strong distaste towards touring. Because it was only like his first full tour with the band because he came in like halfway through the debut tour. But anyway, like I like the lyrics, you know, it's nice. It just makes you think positively. It makes you happy. And this is a happy song in general. Eric, like you said, I like that slide guitar that Alex uses there in that first solo. And then he has some more work in the end. Uh Pretty basic drumming overall, but of course, being Neil, there are some good fills in there. And Getty's got some nice vocals. He doesn't really go super high until the end, where he goes for the D5. But so it's overall pretty mellow. And I believe just like Necromancer, like I tried to find a live performance, and it looks like they never played this. So I only listened to the studio version. Um, and I'm trying to think of other things to say. As a simple song, it's just like, you know, it's a song I'll maybe put on if I want to, if I just want to brighten up my day with something light, something lighthearted. But no, I definitely wouldn't. I'd say in terms of guitar-driven Rush songs, I would for sure take something like Vapor Trail over this, because Vapor Trail has the layers, it has the complexity, it has that newer Rush sound, like that fuller Rush sound that they kind of experimented on with the synth era and never really let go of, which I like. This one is just young Rush, you know, it's just young Rush, and I have no issues with that. But you're not going to find me playing it like every single day. So I'd say if I never did this with the other songs, but this is like a solid, like kind of like it's a good like 6.5 out of 10, like just very solid rock song, you know? So sure, I like it. I like it.
It's a happy little song.
Yeah, it's happy. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, Paul, what do you have?
Natural Science.
Oof, I'm looking forward to this.
I bet you are. For
Start grab my
starters,
popcorn right now.
yes. Your cover is outstanding, by the way, Tal.
Oh, thank you.
Look it up at MedMac 2112. As I always do, I made a playlist of live versions, studio version, lyric, video. Your cover obviously was the drum cover, and it was excellent. And I wanted to throw a shout out to our buddy Stick Hits, Jesse. Just posted the version, as far as I'm concerned. It was the Hartford show, their first show back in 2002.
It was.
And it was the closer on the first set. And they took some footage and cleaned it up. And that, before I get into the song, what I will say is being able to watch that was an absolute treat, because you could just see how happy they are to be there, how the sense of accomplishment they feel just really puts you there. That in and of itself was an experience. So I was very grateful that he just released that. So as far as live versions go, I'm going to put that off on its own to say that is incredible. And he put some footage of Beyond the Lighted Stage on there too. So that being said, the song, first couple listens, it's the last of the great epics. So they were in the transitional time. I did my homework on it. I did my reading up on the album. And what I found was that I think I found the key to why I like live versions of older songs better than the studio versions. What I did not know, I'm sure everybody else knew this, but I didn't, is that they would constantly in the studio up through Permanent Waves change microphones on various setups every song, because they wanted them all to sound different, even if the microphone wasn't built for that particular sound. As a former sound engineer, that makes a little bit more sense now, because I like consistency. So that doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean there's no judgment on it, but the sound on the original studio albums, there's always been something on the early era stuff that didn't resonate as much with me as the newer albums, say Permanent Waves Forward, and especially Grace Under Pressure Forward for me. And that kind of explains it. So I'm not losing it, so to speak, but my ears knew, even if my brain didn't or my head didn't. So that being said, listening to this older material with those ears now, I have a much deeper appreciation for the songs. So it is definitely a positive experience. I love the song. I actually still stand by. I don't stand by the fact that I said it was a lullaby earlier, because now I'm very excited about it. I know a lot more about it and appreciate all the different pieces to it. Absolutely, yes. That being said, what I will stick by is Alex is my favorite part of that song. And it takes nothing away from Neil, takes nothing away from Geddy, but talk about showcasing all your talents, or so many of them, in one song. I'm glad it's one of their epics, because it really, really shows what Alex can do. I love it for that. So that being said, I as much as I love the lyrics, and I'm a huge existentialist nut, this isn't my favorite lyric song. And the lyrics weren't what jumped out at me the most about it. The musicianship is really what sits at the front for me on this one. So, and favorite live versions, and I think I found them all. Live at YYZ, great example, great recommendation, Tal. Thanks. Second favorite was probably Snakes and Arrows, but my first has to be calling the Inukshuk's Test for Echo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Molson amphitheater version that's out there. Absolutely, easily my favorite. It's tight. It rocks. They're all shining. It's amazing.
They played it really fast too.
Yep. Yeah. And I like Snakes and Arrows second most. So it's a slower version. The only one that didn't grab me as much actually was R40. And only because I didn't like the changes and I didn't like the mix. So it's a personal preference. There's something about it that's bugged me.
What do you mean by changes? Because that's the same. They played the same arrangement on R40 as they did on the previous few tours.
Sure, I thought they changed something. Maybe I got the wrong version then. But
The mix.
I know Neil changed one little jump part, like the part with the ride and the hi hat. He did one little thing different.
Guitar, I think.
On R40, I noticed he cheated. He went. That's
I
just
may
one.
be wrong.
As a drummer that I noticed, but in terms of arrangement changes, I know there's nothing different. So.
Rob, Eric, either one. I thought there was a different guitar arrangement on one part. I could be wrong.
I don't know what it is, but on so much of R40, the guitar sounds tinny to me.
I agree with that.
And I don't know if the arrangement's different. I've never paid that close attention to it, but it just sounds tinny. And I don't think it sounded like that when I was there. I don't remember sounding it something about the way it was recorded. I don't know.
Sure, it's the mix for the home, but although Anarchist to open, still one of my favorite openers. But that being said, so it is definitely a positive experience. I don't want to be premature, but this may end up being my favorite of my 5. I know.
We got 2 good ones left.
I know. I won't bias myself, but I definitely my favorite of 3 so far.
I'm happy to hear that. Permanent Waves is my favorite album, so I'm happy to hear that you're showing it some love.
Oh, huge love for the album. Definitely dove into it. So
wonderful. I do not have such good news.
Well, Fly By Night twin
for the song that I have, also from Fly By Night. Best I Can. I'll be totally honest. I did not get to 20 listens of the studio version. I got to 20 listens total. I did not get through 20 listens of the studio album.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we should relieve you of hosting duties, and I'll take over.
Well, we should do that anyways. That should be unrelated. But I did not get through 20 listens of the studio version. It just doesn't do it for me. Most of the other blues rock songs that Rush did appeal to me a lot more than Best I Can. You know, like In the Mood, Finding My Way, Here Again, In the End. All those I'd rather listen to than Best I Can. I did listen to the St. Catherine's version, which was good. You know, it's fun to see rutsy, and I like that concert. It's fun. But I'm glad I got this song because I had not listened to the broadcast from the Agora Ballroom in a long time. And I love that. I don't know if you would call it an album, but I love that live album. It is probably in my top 5 of live concert. And it's like, how can it be in your top 5? They played 2 songs from, or maybe 1 song from anything past the debut. I love it. I love how it sounds. I think it sounds like you could be standing 2 rows back from the stage, and there's not really any other that sound like that because the rest of them are mixed so well that they sound more professional. This one sounds like you're right in the heart of it. There's such a good tone to the guitar and to the bass and to the drums. I think Getty sings really well without it getting like really screechy at any point. I just love everything about that whole album, and so that's how I got through the 20 listens of Best I Can, because I love that version of it. It's really fun. I don't love the song, but I love listening to that version. So I listened to that to get through my homework, you could say, whatever. And I really enjoyed that part. So we'll keep it at that. How about that?
Nice.
Good job.
Thank you so much. I have fulfilled my vow. Now we have a wheel to spin.
Ooh.
Let's see. And we can all see that, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
For Rob,
Oh,
here we
the
go.
spot's bigger now. I'm more likely to be able to choose.
That's right.
Sing
When
that.
I was only a kid.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-huh.
There you go.
It's about time.
Got
And
the
you have
power.
so many choices to choose from.
So I know
And
that.
2 Snakes and Arrows songs. That's it. Damn it. Okay, Rob, which one do you like less?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Okay, let's go Spindrift. That one's pretty cool. Interesting. Probably one of the more different songs on the album. It's a very, very unique mood. I don't really find myself listening to it that much, but when I do, it's pretty fun. It's dark, it's heavy. So enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. Good choice. Thank you.
Yeah, it took me a while to get into this one too, but it's really cool. And the live version is really cool too.
Yeah, live version is awesome.
So what are you thinking, Rob?
Yeah, I think I'm going to resume that plan of listening to live versions, of course, the studio, reread the lyrics. I'm trying to say, can't speak tonight. Yeah, so I think I'm going to attack this tune very much like, Superconductor. So I think that plan kind of yielded a nice result. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So Rob gets Spindrift. What will Tal get? Can we
Red
see
and white
this
for
wheel?
Canada.
It is red and white because you're Canadian. Go Canada.
Oh, Canada, eh?
Canada, eh?
Hey!
All right. Give me a good one, Paul. I mean, there are only 2 choices, but
Right, yeah. So We Hold On, or what was the other one?
Driven. Sorry.
Driven. Oh, let's go Driven.
okay. So of the 5 songs I chose, I know this one the best. Like pretty much all 3 that I already listened to, I pretty much went into blind. This one I know. I'm fully aware of all the parts, the mix of the sounds, the live version. I just don't like this song. Like to me, it's just heavy to be heavy, like just for the sake of it. Like I prefer heavy songs that convey a little bit more musical and lyrical emotion. Something like, I don't know, like Double Agent or something. That's got the Wilderness of Mirrors part. It's beautiful. Like it kind of, I don't know, it contrasts. This is just pure loudness and heaviness. So we'll see. I do like Getty's bass break in the live versions, but I'm gonna try to do 20 full listens of just the studio because I like the album a lot. This one's not so much. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'll still go in with an open mind, but yeah.
The music video is something.
Mhm.
I don't
To be
know if
honest,
it's
I'm
good, but
barely
it's
familiar
something.
with it.
It's definitely something.
It is.
So I'll give that a watch. Yeah.
Now we have Paul. Can we see this?
But it's
I know what I'm
my
looking
turn.
You have a couple beefy songs.
My
Yes.
turn to drive. Too much
Does he get two in a row?
Hell yeah!
No way.
Oh,
No way.
Okay. Just to piss Eric off, I'm going Xanadu.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
wow.
That's terrible.
Drill out.
That is some evil stuff right
We're
there.
gonna need a replacement for the.
We'll save 2112 for last.
That's terrible.
Wow.
What do you have to say, Paul?
Well, I've already done some Farewell to King's homework, so I was hoping for that to be last, but best laid plans of mice and men. So I don't know. I'm not terribly excited about the lyrical content, so I'm hoping that the history and the music grabbed me as much as Natural Sciences did, and that led me to love the song. Maybe that'll happen with Xanadu. It's definitely wouldn't be Natural Science definitely wasn't despite the lyrics, whereas with Xanadu, I've got some preconceived notions about it. And maybe I'll be able to dump those. So we'll see. Eric, what do you recommend as far as getting me to fall in like with Xanadu?
The first
Exit
time.
stage left.
Yeah, the first time I heard this song was Exit Stage Left on my old iPod, and it was I'll admit, the first few times I skipped it because I'm like, man, that I don't even know what comes after the birds tweeting. Like that's just but once I finally listened to it, oh my god, it is otherworldly. Just absolutely otherworldly. Now I get the lyrics thing, like it's probably not even in my top 75 of it's fun, but it's not anything deeply meaningful to me. It's all about the music. The music is insane.
And I am sort of a clean slate with it, so cool. Glad to hear.
I will be holding my breath for the next 2 weeks, Paul.
Turn as blue as your shirt. Careful.
That's right. Okay, and last but certainly least is my wheel, which is green and yellow because go Pack Go.
Why is the font so much smaller?
I don't know. I just noticed that. It's because I don't know. It can't even fit the whole song's title on there. So I have no clue. Anyways.
Searching for the lost. Xanadu.
Hello, Star Search.
Wheel has spoken.
Alien Shore. I never listened to this song.
Ever?
I mean, I've heard it, but I just never listened to it. When I first started like seeing what people were talking about Rush online, I think through the Rush forums is how I first kind of figured it out. And then of course through this group is how I learned more. I always figured that this was sort of the least liked song on Counterparts from a fan base perspective. And then I learned it's The Speed of Love is kind of the general consensus of what the least liked song on Counterparts is. And I was shocked because I'm like, I listen to The Speed of Love all the time. I like that song. It's Alien Shore. That song sucks. I don't think it sucks anymore. I kind of enjoy it. I just never listened to it. So this will, I guess, be a bit of an exercise of, giving it a chance because I never do. So we shall see.
I think you'll like it. I never really truly got obsessed with this song, but I think it's truly a dark horse in their catalog. It's very fun, it's upbeat, it's driving, not driven. This is a good song, driving, and I love the chorus. And lyrics are kind of interesting too. So very appropriate in this day and age. So
and they didn't play it live, did they? I don't think
no.
Well, there you have it. I'm tired of hearing myself talk, so who wants to take it out?
Hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you agree with our opinions. Let me know your stories with any of our songs, and also let us know if you're playing along with some of your own songs, if you're sticking it out, if you're having successful listening sessions, or if not. We'd love to hear. I feel like we don't have a very popular comment section on this series. We want to see what you have to say. We love that. So thank you, everybody, and peace out.
And buy our merch. We
And
have
like and
merch.
subscribe.
And like and subscribe and buy our merch because I want to buy a new mouse. So that's not what it goes to. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Buy our
We
merch.
did not get paid. This is child labor.
Thanks for watching. Ta-ta.
Aloha.